Hey YouTube, JW. Got a new butterfly knife in I wanted to show you guys, and it is the 114BL Bear & Sons, made in the USA. I've been using my trainers a lot, and I wanted to go to a budget live blade. And I've seen these a lot, like in Smoky Mountain, Bud K, etc. And Blade HQ had an exclusive one with the blue handles, so I popped on it. It was only like $33 from Blade HQ. So I went ahead and picked it up, and one thing, look at it, you got this flopping around in this big old box like that, out of the sleeve. I don't like that. If you're going to put something in a box like that, you need to make it where it's not going to flop around in there. I don't care for that. But there was nothing wrong with the knife, and it came in, and I'm happy with it so far. I flipped around with it quite a bit, and one thing, you're going to have to wear this coating in a little bit. Like this will want to stick on you when you're flipping it like this, because it has this epoxy powder coat on there. Zinc handle, 440 clip point blade, made in the USA for $33, like I said. Reliable pin construction, so you don't have to worry about screws backing out, putting Loctite on it. It is 9.125 overall. The weight is about right at 5. The handle length's 5 inches. I said it comes in blue. Just a budget hollow grind clip point, 4-inch blade butterfly knife. And like I said, this is the Blade HQ exclusive with the blue handles. And that's really what finally got me to pop on one of these, was that. Now they did have a Tonto version as well, and a trainer. The Tonto was a little bit more. I think that is bead blasted blade. I think it's like $45. But I get a lot of questions from people, and I have a lot of vintage stuff that was budget, that was everyday type, everyman type stuff that people had, and I wanted to see what the modern equivalent of that is. And really, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of Chinese stuff, but back in the day it was from Japan, whereas now Bear & Son, I think, or Bear MGC, yeah, USA there on the blade, has really taken up a good mantle as far as budget butterfly knives are concerned. No vents, enclosed on the side. See, good pin pivot. It is pretty smooth. I can't really flip this on camera here the way that I've got it. And I'm no, flipping is not really, I've been doing it for handling Balisong and butterfly knives for a long time, but just until last year I've really tried to get more into doing more than just your basic opening and closing type stuff. So it's really, I'm pretty fair with them, but by a lot of people's standards, I'm not good at all. But it's fun. I like it. I collect them more than I use them. But I wanted to move to a live blade. But I want something that I'm not going to be afraid to drop. So I think the ones I've had with screws and stuff, yeah, you can Loctite them, but the screws always fall out. With the old school pin construction, you don't have to worry about it. It's got the vein slotted type old Archangel style. Everything on it seems thick, seems good. Fit and finish is good. And it is made in the USA. That's always a plus. You don't see that very much anymore. So to be able to buy something like this in America at a price that you would pay for something from China is always nice. Also, I wanted to note that another one that I almost bought was they're making a set for Remington that has the Remington green, and they have the black handles, I think, as well, that are Remingtons. But it's basically just a Bear & Son butterfly, but it has green Remington handles on it. They look really cool too, and they're not very expensive. You can see it has like a crinkle coating on there, but it is like slick, like glossed over. And so yeah, people ask a lot, you know, and not only, I've heard a lot of people have commented on my Instagram especially, what's a good budget butterfly? And some guys that are really into flipping, that really know what they're talking about, have always made, it seems like Bear & Son has been the best suggestion for people to get a budget Balisong. You have to remember that, okay? We're not talking about Archangels here. We're not talking about Benchmades and Morphos and Spydercos and whatever. We're talking about just a guy that wants to get into a decent butterfly knife that to mess around with, that's not going to fall apart on him in the first hour. So, and I think this is definitely a winner for that, and I love the color. And Blade HQ, as always, shipped it very fast. I don't even think it was 3 days, and I had it, so pretty good. Only complaint I have about it at all is the box, which to some people they don't care, but for me, who have packaged up many knives and shipped them a lot of times in the original boxes to people, I would never ship a knife just flopping around inside of a box like that. You know, you put something in it and keep it, you know, secure. So I don't care for that, which I don't think that's Blade HQ's fault. I think that's the way it comes from Bear & Son, but yeah. Anyway, so far, you know, I think I can recommend this knife. As you can see, the condition that it's in. I haven't worn it out really hardly at all, but from the amount of comments from people and that I know that have made about these, and just looking at the fit and finish and knowing what I'm looking at and seeing hundreds of Balisong knives, I can tell you that it's a good one. So this is definitely the one, the brand too. And they also have some higher end ones. They have trainers. I think it's Bear Ops is what it is kind of their upscale more. They kind of look maybe like a Benchmade style as well, but they're up around $100. But the quality's there, you know. This is just a, you know, basic blade steel. This is like what you would have found in an old Japanese, you know, like a Valor Japan Balisong back in the day, and those still hold up good even now. You know, they're all slopped out and been used and beat to shit, and they're 30 years old, but that are in their pin, but they're still flipping, they're still around, and that's what you have in this American made, with more modern materials, but you know, still 440 steel is what they had then. So this is the modern equivalent of that, and that's what I was going for. And when I saw that blue, I was like, oh, I've got to have that. And I kept putting it off, and finally I was like, nah. So yeah, I check them out, and check out that Remington lineup of these too. Pretty cool. So I appreciate you guys watching, I'll put a link to my Instagram below. You can check it out. And it's been a while since I've done a video. I'll try to get some more out as soon as I can. I've just been really busy lately. It's hard for me to do videos. I've just been doing a lot of Instagram. It's just hard for me to, for some reason anymore, to, you know, just sit down and do a YouTube video. I've got plenty of stuff to do. I don't know. I just want it to be good when I do it. I just don't want to feel like I'm just doing the videos just to do it. But I'm also going to have some cool stuff, new product coming in from Schrade and Taylor brands. So stay tuned for that, and I appreciate it, guys. Thanks.